Hey everyone, how's it going? Five Finger Shuffle. We are back here with another video, and we're going to do another account review today. Today we're reviewing DVL's account. This is global server Lilni. Um, he has been on our Thursday night summons show. Was on last week, and then after the show, he asked if he could be on the account review. So what we're going to do today, or what he's asking for, is basically to check out his gear and basically see if he's on the right track. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to start here, and because he has one Breath of Orbis, so I want to talk really quick about where I think he should use this. So the first thing we're going to check is here, and he's got 3 penguins farming. That's fine. I don't know if you really need 3 penguins. You do have the 3 slots open, which is good. I would probably consider farming up Phantasmas. Like do 1 penguin, 2 Phantasmas, because the 2-star fodder is probably worth more. I wouldn't bother upgrading this one. Uh, what you've got is fine. Even that, like I probably wouldn't have done this one, but it doesn't matter. You're fine the way it is now, but I would probably consider using 2 Phantasmas there. What have you done here? So you have 2 of these running. That's fine. Which 2 do you have running? So you have the gold ones running. I notice you're really short on gold, so that's probably not a bad idea. Normally, though, I would recommend running the hunt missions, mainly because the oh, there we go. Mainly because these hunt missions provide these ancient coins, and you can really use those to help your rings and your necklaces by buying those chests. But if you don't want to buy those, you can also buy upgrade stones or upgrade runes, which is also super helpful. So like I'm running 2 teams as well, but they're both running hunt missions because it's just not very much gold in order to be overly influential. But in terms of your Breath of Orbis, I would still not use it there either. This is definitely where I would use it. Max out this. These at the bottom should be 333. You don't want to craft any gear until these are all maxed. Save your resources because this is going to reduce the gold it costs you, the resources needed to craft, and the chances of the craft itself being a better piece of gear. So that's where I would put this. I won't do it for you just in case you don't agree with me, but that's what I would recommend. And I would go through adventure. Let's check out your adventure board really quick. So normal 1, you finished 48 out of 48. Let's see how far you got. 2, you finished. 2S, you finished. So you have been doing this, which is good. Means you're on the right track. Here, let's skip 1. Let's go to 5. Well, 5S. That one's funny. I don't know why it says 27 out of 24. 6. All right, let's jump over to 8. Beautiful. It's great that you did all these. Oh, you're 1 short. Which one is it? 10-10? Yeah. So you finish that one up and you can get another 50 crystals. Not too bad. But that means that you've got all the Breath of Orbis from here. So you have to move over to World and start farming those ones. There's no rush on those, but if you do want to craft gear, then that's what you're going to have to do. So let's take a look at your teams here. So he said that he wanted to know if he was on the right track in terms of the different hunts and his teams, as well as for farming and for Abyss. So this is what he's been using for, I guess, hunt in general. I don't know um, what hunt he was running. All right, let's see if there's any other set teams in here. Doesn't look like it. All right. So the first thing that I notice is that other than this team, which is good, you always have her in the back. I don't know what you're using these for, but I would switch these two just because. You may as well have her in front. But you do have it here, so I assume you already know that. So this team in general isn't bad, but it's very, I mean, for Wyvern in particular, you're going to struggle, right? So let's go into your inventory and take a look at what characters you have first. Because that seems like that's your only team right now that you're running. So you have Clury, but you haven't done the specialty change yet, so she's kind of off the board until that gets done. Alexa, Rin, Hazel, Gerardo, Rima, Leo, Azalea, and Ruzid. All right, so based on what you have, you're running the right stuff. Like, you don't have much else in terms of options. Your Silk, Euphine, and Angelica are probably the staple. I don't know why you're running Cirilla over Lorena. It looks like you've been putting... Oh, because you haven't done her specialty change yet. That's why. Um, let's peek in on the specialty change and see how you're doing. Oh, you just started this. Okay. So you got a long ways to go here. 47 urgent missions is going to take you a while, but at least you unlocked it and it's going in the right direction. So that's good news. I would keep farming up because, like, there isn't really much else you can do in terms of like huge progression until she's ready, right? Because she's one of your 5 stars already. You can 5-star Silk and you can start the Clury specialty change. I would actually consider starting hers because doing her specialty change will force you to make more 6-star fodder. Her specialty change is you have to get 10. Do you have any? Yeah, you have to get 10 of these guys to level 40. So, like this guy, you have at level 30, you'd have to max him out at 4-star max, and you have to do that 10 times, which basically means you have enough fodder to make 2 6-stars. You've already made your first 6-star, which is great. You can do Angelica next, because odds are your one after that is going to be Lorena, but she's not ready yet, so probably do Angelica second while you're farming up the Lorena specialty change, and that's probably what I would grind for next. You're a long ways away in terms of fodder, but I'm sure you can make it work. In terms of gear, it looks like you got the first part of the set from Abyss here, and you haven't finished it yet. What's this one? Whoops. An attack. Okay. So I would focus on, if you can, really push through Abyss. So it says you have 1 token left. I don't know if that means you got stuck. But yeah, you really want to get this gear ASAP. And you got the bookmarks for the summons and the boots. This was not great because it's got attack on it. You probably want to put crit rate there. But this piece here is gold, right? It's going to be your best piece probably early game. So, like, you have one more entry today, it would be 34. Tomorrow you can do 35, 36, 37. But honestly, what I would recommend is if you haven't already done this today, do this one. and then buy the extra tokens. Here, let me show you. Come back to the shop over here. Oops, not Skystones. Go to normal. And you can buy with 1 leaf, you have 90 leaves. So with the 1 leaf, you can buy 2 more Abyss entries. I would do this and fast track your way through Abyss. Get that gear like today. Also, don't forget to buy your free energy. And then also do your lab and use your lab to buy either the accessory chests. Well, probably at your level, still keep doing the accessory chests. Because honestly, in terms of her gear, she's great on lifesteal. I have Euphine and I have her on a lifesteal set. This isn't bad, but she has no crit rate, right? You're probably just doing it because you don't have anything else to put there for now, I would assume. Here, let's sort this by set. Yeah, you have no lifesteal crit. I mean, this isn't bad. You could put this on her instead of the crit set, but you'd have to invest in it, which you might not want to do. Oops, there are a couple crit pieces there. What were they? A flat stat and a defense. All right. So you really need really need a crit piece for here. If you don't get one, just put the attack piece you're going to get from Abyss on here, and that'll help. And even though effectiveness is good on her, I wouldn't use an effectiveness piece. So like I said, grind up Abyss as fast as possible. You're going to get a better piece for here. So I would even switch this one out. And you can go leave these two, upgrade them, of course, because you're going to get stat increases big time on these. These turn into really good pieces once they're upgraded. Use these things. That's what they're there for. Anyway, and then switch this one for attack. Switch this one for attack as well. And then if you don't get a crit rate piece for here, then I would consider putting her on crit rate, because at only 39% crit rate, or crit hit chance, you're not going to get to take advantage of the crit damage. You only take advantage of the crit damage if she crits. So she's only going to crit 39% of the time, so you're only going to use this 39% of the time. You may as well put her on attack on that slot if she's not going to have high enough crit rate. As for Cirilla, I'm not a huge fan of Cirilla, but you're gonna replace her soon with Lorena anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it. I like your Lorena, Euphine, Angelica, and Silk comp. You're gonna struggle a little bit with Wyvern, but you have potential. So here, let's come back to Wyvern, and let me show you what I would run. So if you're running this now, let's go to a second team. That way we can move it around. Oops. So let's put her in front. I'm going to take you out. We'll put Lorena in here. We'll put Clury in here. And probably at this point, you have no choice but to put her in. Now, this isn't going to work now. I mean, it might work now, but these two both need to be specialty changed. And she has to be 5-starred for this to work. But in the long run, this is a decent comp. Like, you've got a defense break from her, you've got debuffs from her, you've got damage here, and she can absorb the the hits. You could use Silk here, but running nature units in Wyvern is kind of a dangerous idea. I don't recommend it. I didn't notice the Mexican music starts in Wyvern. That's funny. But yeah, hopefully getting through Abyss is really going to help your Euphine. In the meantime, use your Euphine is your only 6-star, so use her here in the meantime. But this is eventually probably going to be your team, unless you get something else to put in place of Cirilla. But these front three are like a pretty staple Wyvern team. The only issue is that you haven't done the specialty changes yet, so they aren't anywhere near their potential. Both of these two get crazy good once their specialty changes are done. As you can say, she's taking a, as you can see, she's taking a beating. I wish you could slow it down so you could see, I could show you kind of what the mechanics are going to be on the boss. But I'll try and talk through it anyway. So you're not going to be fast enough, I don't think, to take first turn. I don't know how the speed is on 5. All right. So the fact that she goes first is nice. Means you're not going to die here. He's going to take 2 turns, but that's fine. So she hopefully puts up a debuff. Unfortunately, she doesn't. And Clury doesn't defense break. I don't even know if she has a defense break before she gets specialty changed or not. But this team's going to be a lot different, obviously. Like, this boss would be dead if both of them were specialty changed. Come on, Cirilla. Let's see what you got. Still 0 debuffs from Cirilla. We probably should have looked at her gear. I don't know if you're going to be able to beat this shield here. But we'll see. Oh, that was nice. You get 2 more nuke. Well, uh-oh. I'm gonna use him to save the day. Just to make sure we get through that. But yeah, I mean, we haven't landed a single debuff, which sucks, but part of that is that Clury isn't specialty changed, so I don't even think she has her defense break yet. And Cirilla, for some reason, hasn't landed anything. We're gonna have to look at her gear and if she needs it when she gets awakened or what the deal is. Because I'm pretty sure she has poison. I haven't even looked at her kit. But yeah, you really shouldn't be taking. There you go. Really shouldn't be taking 2 hits every single turn. You need to debuff the boss. So that Cirilla definitely needs some work if you're going to run her here. Obviously, that would work way better with Euphine for now, but long term, Euphine won't work, right? So where's your Cirilla? All right, 6% effectiveness. That would be why. Reduce combat readiness. So 60% chance to decrease attack and 60% chance to burn. So if you're going to use her, first of all, this skill has a crazy long cooldown. The 2 burn effects is nice, but you need more accuracy. So take the crit off of her, and I would put her on the hit set. So I won't do it for you, but like this would be a perfect piece for here. Speed, health, effectiveness, beautiful, right? It adds more effectiveness, and like this has none. So this is like a massive upgrade over this, and you don't really care if she crits, to be honest. Yeah, she wants to do damage, but you want to land those debuffs. You can even leave that. The effective resistance obviously isn't doing you anything. See if you have any. Oh, you could even put this on her, and that way she'll for sure land those debuffs. Or if you really want to attack, you can put this on her. Or if she ends up dying, you can use this. But I mean, really, you should 5-star her if you're gonna use her. 5-star her, put her on the hit set, and she'll be 100 times better. Silk is really good for everything else you're doing. So for Wyvern, here, actually, before we jump into Wyvern, because I don't want to come back to the units again. So Euphine, great. Finish Abyss, get her on this lifesteal set, and she should be able to farm for you. So you should be able to come into Scenario, depending on who's in your friends list. Come in here, whatever board you want to farm, and depending on what catalysts you need. I personally have been farming 2. I've been farming right here on 2-7. 2-7 and 2-8, depending. And if you have to run this, you can. All right, you have no fodder. But whatever you end up doing, say it looks like you're trying to level up Rima to use as fodder. Maybe run something like this. But really, this should work. Honestly, I wouldn't use these guys. I would maybe maybe grab another 2-star. But if you have to, something like this should work as long as you have a decent support. And once you get her on good gear. Once she's 6-starred with good gear, if you've got that full lifesteal set on her and you've upgraded it at all, that should be plenty to be able to farm 3 things at once and just run this over and over and over until you can make another 6-star. If you have to run the Angelica in the 3rd slot, that's fine too. Also, let's look at your Angelica really quick. And then we'll look at your Abyss team and we'll wrap it up. All right, so I actually really like her on a speed set. I think that's a great idea. Mine is on a speed set. Unfortunately, you have flat health. You want this to be percent. I'm assuming you just don't have it yet. Yeah. All right. So flat health, attack, attack. obviously isn't the way you want to go. You would love to be able to switch these for HP if you have it. Flat HP isn't going to cut it. Like these are, that's a nice piece of gear. And that's not bad either. But if you have anything with HP percent, which doesn't, oh, you have this one. It's low level though. This one's not bad. This one's even better. I would probably, I mean, she doesn't need hit. So there's really, like, you're not getting a set bonus from this. But I would probably put her on the HP percent. Find 2 HP percent ones at least for these slots. And then these ones here can be speed, right? Assuming you have anything for, oh, you don't. Maybe that's why. So yeah, just keep farming until you get a couple speed ones to fill these slots, and then put these in HP percent. And that'll just help everything, right? You'll be able to stay alive longer. She's OP, so just find those and at least get a couple HP percent ones over here. I like her on a speed set because it's going to help her go more often, right? Like her base speed is so low. Water's Origin is fine, especially since she doesn't have HP on her. And the Hellcutter is fine. We won't worry about her. Oh, you have 2 Hellcutters. And what is she on? Okay. So change this artifact to anything. I mean, if you're going up against a water boss, that's fine. This one's probably your best bet for now. But if you're, sorry, ice. I keep saying water. If you're going up against an ice unit, you can use that blade fan or iron fan. All right, let's jump into, let's look back at the Abyss boss, and we'll try and find the best team for you to get through that. I don't know if you're stuck here, but we'll take a look at it anyway, because this is super important. So go back to your team 1. I mean, this team seems fine. Honestly, once you're gonna have an issue against fire floors because you have double nature. It's funny, you 5-star maxed her. I don't know if you're using her, but once Clury is ready, I would put her in here. Or once your Lorena is ready, either or. Just because your Lorena is 5-starred, I would probably do this. Because I don't feel like that Cirilla is going to really do anything for you, especially with no accuracy. I know Lorena isn't ready yet, but let's just see what happens. So we're just going to let it auto for a bit. I won't finish the floor, just in case. Like, if you can auto it fine, then great. I'll let you auto it. Abyss generally takes a relatively long time, but I just want to kind of get an idea of how your team is doing. The attack buff and, or sorry, the attack speed buff and the attack speed slow from Silk should be all you need here, I would think. That combined with the stuns and the silence from Euphine should be plenty. What's going on? Are we frozen? That was weird. I mean, really, We should focus somebody here because it's just randomly attacking. Let's focus this guy. But you don't seem to be having any issues, at least here. I know it's only a few hours until reset, so hopefully you can get this done before reset. At the very least, finish your one remaining token. And then hopefully, if you have time, buy those 2 more Abyss entries and get that gear and get Euphine pimped out. Because she should be able to solo a lot of content at this point in the game. Especially since you already have her 6-starred. Like, you're way ahead of the game in terms of that. I would hope that if you can auto this, then you can buy those entries and you can get those summons at 35 as well. Because you should be able to get... I don't know why the game's lagging here all of a sudden. Maybe it's my internet's crapping out on me. We'll just go partway through the boss and we'll call it a day. And then I'll exit out and let you do it yourself. I just kind of want to see what happens. All right, so we're going to stop here. We'll single target it. I honestly don't even know what boss this is. We could have just looked, I guess. Okay, so yeah, you shouldn't have too many problems with this. Honestly, we're going to auto, and we're just going to go right for the boss. We'll get it down to about half health. You've got lots of souls, too, so we can even use Arky at this point. Yeah, this team's fine. It's, I don't see any way that this could die, even on auto. And it would be way better if you were manualing it. So if you do try and auto it and it doesn't work, just do it manually and you'll be fine. It's kind of nice having Lorena in there over Cirilla, even though she hasn't done her specialty change, just because you've got just because you've got her already 5-starred, right? Here, you know what? I was gonna stop this, but you may you may as well finish it now. You're welcome. Congratulations, you just finished Abyss 34. I wouldn't normally run this on people's accounts, but since it's autoing and it's so obviously never gonna fail, we'll just let it finish. And then you can do 35 if you want on your own. Yeah. GG. I mean, we could literally stop it now and you could just auto it on your own, but I don't see the point of doing that to you since you've already done it. There you go. Congratulations on the new chess piece. It is OP. I don't know if you're going to want to put that on Euphine or not, because floor 35. Okay, let's go back here for a second. If you do those 2 extra floors tonight, you can get the 6 summons, and you get these boots, and these boots should be on her. So it's up to you though. Either way, it looks like you're headed in the right direction. You just need more gear. The 2 things that I would think you should probably focus on next are A, farming up fodder for your next 6-star, and, well, I guess 3 things. Getting ready for your next 6-star, getting the Lorena specialty change done. Since you've already started it, you may as well go with it. So get ready to 6-star Angelica. While you're doing that, you can be farming whatever floor it is that you need to be doing for the Lorena specialty change. And also focus on finishing your Abyss in your lab every single day. I know we didn't look at lab yet. See where you are. Because there's a lot of gear in here. Yeah. So you've already done your lab entries for today. You've got extra leafs though. Go back and buy another lab entry and get in here, finish zone 2, try and get this gear, because that's going to give you a lot of rings and pendants that'll hopefully fill the spots that you're stuck on in terms of your gear. So same place as the Abyss entries. Come in here, buy your extra lab ticket, and try and get some of that gear. Because that'll help you. And then also doing the extra lab means you're going to have more ancient coins. More ancient coins means you can buy more of these and fill those slots as well. So that's what I would do in terms of the extra gear. And hopefully you can fill out some of those sets, because really you're just stuck on gear at the moment. If you could gear some of these people up and 6-star her, do the Lorena specialty change, I think you'd be good to go. So thank you so much, DVL, for letting us review your account. I hope this helps. There's at least some things you can work on. It seems like you're headed in the right direction. You're just kind of stuck on a couple spots, but those are things that are easily fixable. So that's what I would do anyway. Hopefully this helped. Hopefully everybody else enjoyed this video, and hopefully it gave you some ideas as to how you can work on your own accounts. If you guys ever want to be on for an account review, just let me know. Message me on Discord, and we'll get you on as soon as possible. Otherwise, we'll see you on stream at twitch.tv/5fingershuffle. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all soon with another video. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye, guys.